इहुन स्विस लेक्चर ड्यानियल सुडी 5औं पटक नेपाल भ्रमणमा आएका सुडी गत हप्ता मण्डीका स्थित ग्लोबल कलेज अफ टुरिज्म एन्ड हस्पिटालिटी एजुकेसन गेट कलेजमा भेटिए।
And then one of the 4 years will be internship. And do you want to go to Canada?
40 वर्षभन्दा बढी स्विस होटल तथा पर्यटन क्षेत्रको अनुभव बटुलिसकेका सुडीको यो पटकको नेपाल भ्रमण गेट कलेजका विद्यार्थीहरूसँगको अन्तर्क्रिया र करियर क्लिनिक सेसनमा केन्द्रित रहेछ।
It's not a business. It's sharing my knowledge with young students who are between 18 and 22 years old, who are at the beginning of their life, of their business lives, and they see the many options and they are not sure which way to go. And so I've come here and I share a little bit my ideas and tell them to be flexible, not to worry, dare to make a mistake, dare to try something, and if it doesn't work, maybe have another dream and so on. So this is very giving. It's for me a wonderful way to get to know better Nepali behavior, custom, the DNA of the Nepalis and also the young generations, and at the same time I can share my experience.
होटल व्यवस्थापनको क्षेत्रमा स्तरीय अध्ययन अध्यापन गेटले गराइरहेको भन्दै सुडीले सेसनका क्रममा गेटका विद्यार्थीहरू निकै नम्र र आत्मविश्वासी आफूले पाएको बताउनु भयो।
This is such a beautiful people here, and it's very polite and very family oriented, and so maybe they lack sometimes a little bit of self-confidence to go out and fight for your interests or your objectives or your targets. And I think what I enjoy is motivate young people to dare to challenge their life, to get a good education, to go out internationally, to improve their English even better, and so on. So I think there is no conflict between the politeness of the society and the individual needs to be successful in life. And I think to the young students, this is what I want. I want to tell them to have courage, to dare to try some things and go abroad and learn to get to know the people. And I think these young students that go out to the world, they come back maybe with 25 or 30, and they can build up the hospitality industry here. And they can improve infrastructure, they can improve the service quality, they can improve the marketing skills to get international tourists to Nepal. And I think that's Gate College is actually standing there for that, and is a ground value in this education process. And I'm just a little tiny element to help here.
गेटका विद्यार्थीहरूको जीवनको लक्ष्य निर्धारणका विषयमा व्यक्तिगत र सामूहिक परामर्श गरी उहाँले विद्यार्थीहरूलाई जीवन प्रयत्न सिकाइप्रति अभिप्रेरित गर्नुभएको थियो।
I had some individual interviews this morning, and I'm going to have a few more. And I think the crucial thing is really that the people try to find their individual way. And I was saying yesterday in a speech that they have to listen to their heart and create their own path. I think this is one of the key differences, for example, to Switzerland, that here, or also maybe in Japan, in some other Asian nations, that people do not dare to dream big and to dream individualistic in terms of where do I want to go, what do I want to achieve. What do I want to be one day? Do I want to make a lot of money? Do I want to be a chef? Do I want to have my own little enterprise or my own little street cafe? What is my individual path? And I think that's the most important thing I can transfer to these young people. I say, just try. Don't worry about it. Just try. Maybe it's not going to work out, but you still learn while you do this. And the trial and error issue is something that in Asia can maybe be applied more often. Try something, and if it doesn't work, the world is not crumbling. I mean, you can try something else. So that flexibility in creating your path and in creating your future or your career, that's important in today's world. You cannot just say, this is my way, this is my apprentice, and then I'm finished, and it's 22, I don't have to study anymore. No, nowadays you have to study all your life. And there's a new slogan, lifelong learning, which you can now entertain on social media. And I think that's what I have to tell these young students here. It says, find your own way. And even if it takes a couple of years, go out, don't worry about it, and be yourself and find your identity and your path.
नेपालले पर्वतारोहण पर्यटनमा मात्र ध्यान केन्द्रित गरेकाले अब अन्य क्षेत्रहरू पनि खोजी गरी पर्यटकलाई आकर्षित गर्नुपर्ने उहाँको सुझाव थियो।
The service industry focused on too few segments, so that mountaineering business was, everybody wanted from that mountaineering business. Everybody pushed to that mountaineering business. And again, I'm not a specialist. I haven't worked out a new marketing plan for Nepal, and I would have to study this before I could do this. But the key issue was that I said, find other service levels or service segments that you can use to generate international tourism. Do not only sell your mountains. Your mountains are fantastic, and hiking or this is a wonderful experience, but that's not all. You have to find other elements to generate a certain tourism. Whether it is France, for example, has several segments. Some people come for the wine industry, and that's a huge audience who only travels to France because of the wines and the vineyards and the history and the wine tasting. You have another segment who comes for the art, for the museums. That's a different audience. Then you have people who come for the dining pleasure for that. Then you have people who come to the Mediterranean area, who come for boating and swimming, and it's a different audience, different age group. Paris is also a huge conference town, so they host endless number of conferences, medical conferences, industrial conferences of different sorts, and these business travelers, they come for 4 or 5 nights and they spend a lot of money. And how to find this is difficult, but if you want to sell yourself as a destination, you have to bring the local communities together. For example, the corporate communities and politics and the service industry and the airport and the public transport and taxi industry, and create a product and find out which segment can we go.
सुडीसँगको सेसनमा बसेका गेटका विद्यार्थीहरू आफ्नो जीवनको लक्ष्य निर्धारणमा करियर क्लिनिक सेसनले महत्त्वपूर्ण टेवा पुर्याएको बताएका छन्।
Today we had a session with Mr. Daniel from Switzerland. We were given a platform to share our thoughts and our future goals with him. He also guided us for our future with his experience in past life.
In this session, he shared his valuable insights and experience to provide us advice in our career path, and I was very grateful to him because he shared his experience as well as gave us advice for our future. He was a very wonderful man, and one thing that I learned was to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes in order to be successful. Thank you very much, Gate College, for offering this opportunity, and I hope to get more of them like these sessions in the future.